The first debutant of 2025. Let's talk about it. So the teams just got announced, and it was announced a little bit earlier before the teams got announced, that Will Hayes, pick 56 from the 2024 National Draft, will make his debut. Now this is, an absolute surprise. There was no indication that this would sort of happen. Just went about it under the radar a little bit at training and stuff like that. Going off training today, if anyone was to make a debut, obviously we're talking about Charlie West, but I thought Dimatia had a bit of a coy smile on his face during one of the huddles there. But Will Hayes, absolutely love the way he goes about it. Justin Lepich said this as soon as we drafted him.
The last pick, we were able to get an exciting young small forward wing. So look, I think we'd hit every marker that we wanted to. So exciting times for the club. Yeah, do yourself a favour and watch his 1 minute highlight. It's really impressive, ground level player. One thing again with our team we love is really good, fast, evasive ground level players, and yeah, exciting whether he plays wing or half forward. And him and Bobby Hill, well, what an exciting combination that could be. So yeah, we're happy to have him on board.
So as you can see there, he's an excitement machine. Now, if you've watched any of the VFL or you have been to training, at the start in the preseason, he was working a lot with Bobby Hill, like sort of Justin Lepich said. And he's just, like I said, an excitement machine. And it's going to be like obviously injecting youth into the squad, right? First debutant for the Pies this year. And we could get a very good look at what the future looks like without that sort of, even though Jamie Elliott is playing, but who is going to sort of replace that Jamie Elliott. Now, you got to remember, no Harvey Harrison and Joe Richards isn't there anymore, obviously. So we don't have a real forward pocket sitting in the wings. Will Hayes is that guy now. And if you've watched him at VFL, you know, he doesn't just play in that forward line. He runs and creates as well. So if he's not scoring goals, he's creating. He's kicked seven goals, 5 in the VFL this season so far. So that's averaging a goal a game. Against Brisbane earlier this season, he kicked 3 goals. But it's not just about kicking goals for Will and why he's into this team. It is very much about the speed he brings, the agility he brings, and his just general demeanour and the way he goes about it, and his willingness to learn, willingness to compete.
Working well, beautifully. Brown with a look-away handball on the burst. Here they come. Here's this young talent that we love, Willie Hayes. Willie Hayes, right foot kick. That's a Smithy stunner. Put that on the highlight reel, stitch it up.
Steen had front position, but went straight to Will Hoare, and then he turns it over. Hayes has it. Will Hayes, 55 out, will launch it towards the square again. Up they go, and this time Steen does get access.
As Jaff, great tackle holding the ball. They'll take the advantage, and they're off and running here, the Pies. They've got a one-on-one inside the forward 50. They've got to get moving quickly. Look away handball from Ed Allen. Over the top now. Right foot kick just took a little bit off it. Mark, yep, it's taken. It's taken there, Willie Hayes. He's had a very good quarter, it must be said. Right foot kick on its way. Umpire didn't move. That is textbook perfection. Will Hayes is having a quarter.
So he is at 180 centimetre forward. So your typical forward, but I just can't wait to see what he looks like lining up next to Bobby Hill, lining up next to Jamie Elliott, and just seeing how they work with each other, because he's one of those guys that when he gets the ball, anything can really happen. And at Marvel, it's a dry deck, and this is against North Melbourne as well. This is the time, if anyone's to shine, this is the time for him to shine, and I absolutely can't wait for it. I know we wanted Charlie West to debut, and believe me, I thought this would be the perfect game for him. I thought, you know, Cox would come out of the side, Charlie West would go in, then you'd maybe have Billy Frampton rucking in the defence, because Jack Darling does a little bit of the rucking in the Kangaroos' forward line, and then let Darcy Cameron do most of the rucking. Not to be there, keeping the 2 rucks, because, you know, Sherry is just an incredible ruckman. So we'll see how that goes, or, you know, maybe give memory. But anyway, it is what it is. We get a Will Hayes debut. So regarding the team now, we've talked about Will Hayes, and that's all we have to really talk about. Sidebottom is managed. Will Hayes comes in. There's no wholesale changes like some people were suggesting. Like, I think that Fremantle game happened. We rested those 4 players. Rested Jeremy Howe the week before against Geelong. So we're starting to rest these players now, so we don't have to do it against North Melbourne, because if you underestimate a team like North Melbourne, backs against the wall, you absolutely get eaten up. So one change, which is great, you keep that structure going, you inject that youth, you inject that enthusiasm, and the guys have another thing to play for, which I absolutely love. And Marvel, dry deck, let's see Member kick a few goals. Let's see Will Hayes kick a couple as well. The only thing that I am questioning is he has been named on the sub bench. Now we know, substitute bench, right? Interchange bench, sorry. And we know that in the interchange, one of the subs gets announced from there. So on the interchange bench at the moment is Hayes, Lipinski, Quaynor, Cox, Woolhoskin and Elliott. I would hate the club if they debuted Hayes as a sub. Out of those 5 players, you're probably putting Lipinski as the sub, right? I love what Lipinski can do, and I love what he injected into the game the other week when he came on as that sub. So I think keep Lipinski as the sub, that sort of hard running, and keep him for that 3rd or 4th quarter. You have to give Hayes a full game. Even if you sub him out at 3/4 time or something, you have to give him more than 15 minutes, because we've seen like Ed Allen comes on and he's there for 15 minutes. You don't want that for especially a young player. Like, you have all this hype, and then and we've done it a couple of times, and I just don't like it. I just don't bloody like it. So I think Lipinski, maybe Woolhoskin and Elliott, because he is that Swiss Army knife, so that would be interesting. But my money would be on Lipinski. We'll quickly talk about the Kangaroos. They bring in Paul Curtis after his suspension, who is having the best, one of the best seasons just in the AFL in general, with player ratings and stuff like that. So he's been incredible for the Roos, and they bring in Zach Fisher as well, who nearly won them the game last year in round 14, if you can remember. So they bring in 2 electric players, so that's going to be interesting as well. But on paper, we should win, right? And it should be a big win, but we'll see. I do like that we haven't made wholesale changes. Our emergencies are Parker, Dematia, and West. I doubt any of them play. On Sunday, we have the VFL at 2 o'clock, so make sure you watch that. But Will Hayes, a debut. I cannot wait. I'll see you at Marvel. I am so bloody excited. You can't wipe the smile off my face. If it was Hayes, it was Dematia, West. Any debutant, I just absolutely love. But Hayes, go well, mate, and see you kicking a few snags at Marvel. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers, I'll swoop you later.